Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video, I wanted to share a little bit more about me, Christmas style. I have some smooth jazz Christmas going in the background, so hopefully it's not too distracting. But there are several new subscribers, and I figured this was the perfect opportunity to just share a little bit more about me and get to know you in the comments. I would love to hear some of your thoughts. This video is just a this or that, and I will try and answer as as honestly as possible. I don't play it too carefully where I have to choose one or the other. Sometimes it's absolutely both, and I feel like that is an acceptable answer. If you don't, I am so sorry, but that's just me. So one of the things was tinsel or no tinsel, and for me it's definitely no, none of that like gray silver tinsel, no thank you, because it gets everywhere. I've done it once or twice a year, or once or twice over the years, that's what I was trying to say, and it just gets everywhere. I do this tinsel, which is the snow, and it just makes the tree look like it has fresh snow on it. Love, love, love that. I haven't decorated all of our trees because my daughter has a birthday party coming up, and so I don't want it to be one of those things where she feels like it's too much. All right, snow or no snow. We have had very little snow. I live in Alberta, Canada, and we have had very little snow up until today. We had a big snowstorm, I want to say in October, and then it was gone because it got so warm, and it is December, I don't remember, the 6th, I think, or 7th, something like that, and it finally snowed. So it's very, very lightly snowing. There's just a skiff of snow, but definitely snow for Christmas, 110%. A real tree or a fake tree, and I am definitely of the fake tree variety. Just way too much cleanup. And there goes our furnace, so it's very loud in here. But yeah, no, fake tree is definitely where it's at. You still have lots of needly type things falling, but nowhere near as bad. We did one real tree once, and I killed it very quickly, and then you're trying to get the tree out, and you're just dropping like, yeah, a year's worth of needles. So I learned pretty fast that I am a fake tree person. Colored lights or white? Well, I prefer doing white and blue, and this is probably because of my Dutch heritage. I love the blue and white motif on the dishes, and that's usually my jam. That's what I prefer to do, is blue and white. So it's kind of colored, but it's very specific. Wrapped gifts or gift bags? 100%. I love wrapping gifts. I usually do it the day before or a couple of days before, and usually that day I'm like, why did I do this? But to me, there's nothing like unwrapping a gift that is properly tied with a bow, and like somebody took the time to take care of you in such a special way. Gift cards or physical gifts? Again, definitely physical gifts. I think that gift cards have a point and a purpose sometimes when you don't know someone very well, but I think it's always good to really look and get to know someone and try and figure out the things that they would like. Even if you're not 100% sure about your gift, it always looks like you tried and you wanted to figure out what they would like. Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? I think this one is a both. Christmas Eve is a lot of fun, especially when you have kids. There's this, magic about waiting to see what Santa is going to do. We did Santa as, a fun thing, saying this is something that we do. And he always filled the stockings. He didn't give the main gifts. But it was a lot of fun to have the kids make the cookie and set up a carrot for Rudolph and the other reindeer. And then as they got older, they started setting up a camera to try and catch them in the act. And so then we found an app where you could take a picture of your living room or the stockings and insert or interpose over top of the photo a Santa. And it was fun and silly. My kids are past the point of believing in Santa. But it's been a lot of fun, and they have lots of memories to look over or back. So that's fun. Christmas music or Christmas movies? Again, both. I think that movies have their place. Obviously, I have music, but the movies, like watching White Christmas every year. I have one daughter who absolutely loves that. And then you have fun movies like Christmas Chronicles that my youngest daughter really loves. I think it's part of the whole thing. Even my autistic son, who's 15, he loves The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. He loves Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Every time we put that on, whatever he's doing, he stops and comes and watches. So definitely, I think they all have a place in our home anyway. Store-bought treats or homemade? This one's pretty easy. I do get the little box of maraschino cherries because my mom used to do that. And so I kind of that's from my childhood. And mandarin oranges, but everything else is homemade. I think that's part of the season that just brings joy and memories when your kids are like, oh yeah, every year we made, the sugar cookies that we decorated. There's nothing for it but that. Games or movies? I think we as a family are probably games or not games, puzzles or movies. I think it's kind of separated in our family. So my husband is definitely not a puzzle guy, but I grew up doing puzzles at Christmas. We grew up doing that. We would get some money from my grandparents who lived in Alberta, and we lived in Ontario at the time. And my mom would always buy a 1,000-piece puzzle, and we would put it together during Christmas holidays. So now that my son is old enough not to make the pieces disappear, we've started doing that, and it's so much fun. Just me and the girls. I think my husband would say definitely movies over the games or puzzles. Rudolph or White Christmas? I think I've probably would say both. Rudolphs. We love the old 1961, the claymation one. And then White Christmas. I think they're both equally iconic and can just fill your heart with Christmas cheer anytime you watch it. Grinch or Elf? This one I would say Grinch 100% because I haven't actually watched Elf. I haven't. But the Grinch one, I definitely feel the Jim Carrey one is far superior to all the other ones. And we watch the one cartoon from the 1960s as well. So that one is a little bit, yeah, but definitely the Grinch. I know some people, I would like to watch the Elf just to see, but I think it's going to be more that silly, over-the-top humor, where the Grinch has that component, but also some more serious stuff. Dress casual or dress up? I don't know if I've had too many opportunities to dress up for Christmas in particular. We do have something coming this week my husband's work party is at a benefit, so I will be dressing up this year. So I think it could be either or, but definitely more cozy for the rest of the season. But it's still nice to dress up once in a while. Tropical or white Christmas? If you're traveling, I think definitely a white Christmas. I don't know, I've never had the opportunity to have a warm Christmas, and I don't know if I like the idea. Giving or receiving? I think giving, when you are trying to find gifts for your kids, is the best. And I think receiving is just hard sometimes, because especially as you get to be an adult, you buy the things that you need, or they're way too far out of your budget and everyone else's budget around you. I don't think that it's that easy. So I think giving would be my response. One big gift or several small ones? I think several small ones. I think it's so hard because I don't really look at things and go, oh, I want this really big thing. There was only one time where that happened, and I was like, I wanted a Remarkable tablet. That was a really big thing, and I got it for my birthday once. So, and then discovered that I don't have time to use it a lot. So that's one of those things where I think most of the time I prefer small gifts. White elephant or Secret Santa? I think Secret Santa probably, just because you can make it more personal to whoever you get in the name. Black Friday or Cyber Monday? Neither. Most of the time I don't pay a lot of attention to the sales, just because I'm paying attention to homeschool sales instead. So I think that's just, for me, it's not, I don't have lots of money that I save up to spend on those 2 days. Wish list or surprise gift? I would say probably wish list. I think that it's sometimes so hard to know what somebody would like, and there's been a few times where you get a gift that you're like, I just tend to re-gift a lot to somebody who I think would actually enjoy that. So for instance, I got a robe one Christmas and it was pink, and pink is not my color at all. I am a blue person through and through. So I gave it to somebody who I thought would really enjoy it. Stocking stuff, like socks or underwear? I would say neither. I think for my husband, he would say yes to both. I don't know if it's a guy thing or whatever, but I'm like, I can buy my own socks and underwear. Thank you. Candy or chocolate? I am a chocolate girl through and through. Earrings or necklace? I would probably say a necklace, but it would have to be either like really big beads or gold, because I don't wear a lot of silver jewelry. So again, that's what I mean when I say it's sometimes so hard, unless you know somebody's preference through and through, to get them things that they would prefer. Water bottle or cup of coffee? Definitely, or coffee cup, excuse me. Definitely water bottle. I don't drink coffee. And tea is kind of one of those things that I can take on the go, but often don't. Toque or gloves for a gift? I would probably say gloves. I'm not really, I work really hard on getting this lift in my hair. So yeah, a toque or a beanie for my American friends. Definitely gloves. A book or journal? I would say I love having journals, or any books that are empty spaces. I go through the stationery aisle and I'm like, oh, this one feels nice and this one feels nice. So probably a journal. Fuzzy socks or pajamas? Probably pajamas. I find socks one of those things that's hard because sometimes my feet get really hot but also really cold. So I found the perfect the perfect thing to wear for my feet to keep them off of the ground that's cold is sandals, but then they're not. So yeah, probably pajamas. Hot chocolate or apple cider or eggnog. So this one's a threer. All three. All three. I just like them at different times. I would say my eggnog I will have in my tea. I make this like eggnog latte, not really a latte, but I will make my rooibos tea and then put a good amount of eggnog in it, and it's just wonderful. I'll have that at night. Hot chocolates usually, One doorbell. I will have usually like mid-morning if I'm cold, and apple cider is definitely a morning thing. Bath bombs or eye mask? Probably neither. I am definitely not somebody who pampers myself with too much of that because I think it bothers my skin. Candle or essential oils? Probably a candle. Multicolored ornaments or natural ornaments. I would probably lean more towards the natural ornaments. Homemade gifts or store-bought gifts? I am definitely somebody who loves to make homemade gifts, and I think receiving that would be really cool too. I know that not everyone is gifted that way, so yeah. That is my Christmas this or that. I hope that you enjoyed getting to know my preferences a little bit. Feel free to put your preferences down below, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a good Christmas.